After careful consideration, the kidnapper and murderer of Leigh Matthews, Donovan Moodley, has been denied parole. You're back with Headlights After Dark, where we shine a spotlight on what's making the true crime headlines. When we last left off on this case, Donovan Moodley was up for parole. This was after the kidnapping and murder of student Leigh Matthews on 9 July 2004, based on the belief that, as a student of the prestigious Bond University located in Sandton at the time, she would be someone of means and make an ideal target for a large ransom payment. Donovan was arrested and pled guilty to charges of kidnapping, extortion, and murder in July 2005. He was sentenced to life imprisonment for the murder, 15 years for the kidnapping, and 10 years for the extortion in the case of Leigh Matthews. In November 2025, the Parole Board recommended that after serving 20 years of his sentence, Donovan be put up for parole. This caused quite a stir, with many arguing that this amount of time was not enough for the crimes he had committed, while others were of the view that if convicted killers in other cases had been granted parole earlier, Donovan should be too. The decision of the Parole Board had to be reviewed by National Council of Correctional Services before the Minister of Correctional Services, Peter Groenewald, who had the final say in the matter, could give his stamp of approval. On 19 December 2025, the NCCS spokesperson said, "After careful consideration of all relevant reports and submissions, the National Council for Correctional Services recommended to Minister Groenewald that parole placement not be granted at this stage. Minister Groenewald agreed with the recommendation, and parole was accordingly not granted." So, what happens next? Donovan's profile will be resubmitted for parole after 24 months. During this time, he has to go through a series of programs, including psychotherapy and assessments by non-treating specialists to determine his risk profile and measure his progress in rehabilitation. The minister emphasized that completing the recommended programs was not enough. There needs to be comfort that the person being placed back in the community is sufficiently rehabilitated. What do you guys think? I'll see you next time.